What is a character death that really upset you? Colonel Henry Blake from MASH. Damn, that was sad to hear Uncle Iroh sing to his deceased kid. Seymour, Fry's dog from Futurama. Where the red fern grows, ruined me. Castaway came out when I was an awkward teenager who often felt left behind and without many close friends. When Wilson was lost at sea, I cried so hard I had to leave the theater to compose myself. I felt that loss deep in my lonely little bones. It's been 20 years and I am now a grown adult who has embraced my awkwardness and have found very dear friends who make me feel appreciated and loved. I have a wonderful partner and a teenager of my own. I am no longer lonely. But every time I rewatch that movie, I always have myself a little sob for Wilson, Tom Hanks, and my inner child. Yondu. And Littlefoot's mom. Thomas, my girl. He can't see without his glasses. John Coffey and the Green Mile. Artax. Ned Stark. Ruffio from Hook. Leslie Bridge to Terabithia. So unexpected. Arthur Morgan, RDR2. Lance Sweets from Bones. So sad. Hodor. Boromir. Sirius Black. Prim from Hunger Games. The way her death happened still hurts to think about. Oberyn Martell in the books and show lol. I remember reading it first and slowly realizing what was happening. I was so mad lol. Mufasa. Charlie in Lost. Wash from Firefly. I am a leaf on the wind. Hank Schrader. Had to be me. Someone else would have gotten it wrong. Ellie, Up. Sesko from Grave of the Fireflies. I cried a bit when she died, but when they started playing that montage of her life I completely lost it. Like, full on bawling like a baby. The thing is, I basically knew she was going to die from the beginning. But her death hit so hard and just. Goddamn. Aizawa Takahata. Don't do this to me. OP from Sons of Anarchy. Sweets on Bones. I was a die-hard fan of that show. The second I saw they killed Of Sweets, I was done. Never watched another second of the show. Stupid decision. Tadashi, from Big Hero 6. Wallace the Wire. Dr. Green on Spock. I was a kid and my parents took me to see Wrath of Khan. Hazel in Watership Down. That messed me up. Beth from Little Women. The Green Mile with John Coffey. I remember being stunned by the Red Wedding. Haley, Aaron Hotchner's wife in Criminal Minds. Jesse's girlfriend in Breaking Bad. Both of them. More so the second one. Just horrifying. I wanted to murder Todd. Bing Bong from Inside Out. That shit made me tear up when he said, "Take her to the moon for me," after he sacrificed himself. Nick in Stephen King's book The Stand. I threw the book across the room after he killed off Nick. Rue. Macaulay Culkin's character in My Girl. I was a kid, I was very sad. Also, just any time an animal dies that is part of a movie. I can't. Matthew from Downton Abbey. It took so long for him and Mary to get together. Then they had a baby and he dies on the way to meet their child. I was so distraught. Wilson. Cast Away. OP on Sons of Anarchy. I Got This broke me crying. Old Yeller. Jiraiya. Nuff said. It's been years, and that one is still rough. Also Mice Hughes. Anyanka at the end of the Buffy series. She didn't deserve it, and it came out of nowhere. Mufasa. Hands down. The way Simba reacts is heartbreaking. Eddie from Stranger Things. That was just devastatingly sad to watch. It sucked, man. Hedwig. So unnecessary. Finnick Odair. Fred Weasley. Glenn on Walking Dead. Bobby Singer from Supernatural. Rachel from the Animorphs. I know it needed to be done, but the utter acceptance that Jake, her leader and blood family, viewed her as a weapon was heartbreaking. All the worse was the fact that she agreed with him. Marley from Marley and Me. We all left that theater sobbing. Poussey on Orange is the New Black. I stopped watching the show when they killed her off. That assistant in Jurassic World. She didn't deserve that. Rita from Dexter. For whatever reason that one got me. Shireen from Got. Fuck Stannis. Kate on NCIS. Anytime the dog dies. Optimus Prime. Each and every time. Alexei from Stranger Things. John Locke in Lost. He was so damn passionate. The fact that I had to watch him but it wasn't really him afterwards just felt so dirty. Omar Little. Indeed. Dobby. Stay Gold. Pony Boy. Ellie from Up reminded me of my grandma. Dr. Mark Sloan and Lexi Gray. Stopped watching Grey's Anatomy after that. Yondu Udonta. I totally didn't expect someone would start cutting onions in a theater. Sam the German Shepherd in Legend. Dean Winchester. Thomas J. Where are his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. Sob. Vision. Watching Wanda have to kill her boyfriend and then her having to watch Thanos turn back time and kill Vision himself made me sad. Especially because their relationship was so cute. I'm not a Marvel fan anymore, but that was really sad. Sarah Lynn from BoJack Horseman. She was my favorite. But also her death motivated the rest of the series. So I guess it's okay. Lilla. Teeth Flaw. Still upset. Kanan's death in Star Wars Rebels. Best, most gut-wrenching scene I've watched in a long time. Jadzia Dax from STDS9 and Trip from ST-Ent. Ruth Langmore from Ozark. Incredible character. Couldn't sleep for hours afterwards. Tara's death on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Charlotte from Charlotte's Webs. I was so invested but then she suddenly died. Like I remember being so upset. But torturing of characters is much more upsetting than death. At least for me. Brooks from Shawshank Redemption. Mark Green from Bambi's mom and, of course, Mufasa. Gwen Stacy. Mike on Breaking Bad was pretty upsetting. JT on Degrassi. Omar. The woman that ran the orphanage in our DD campaign. She deserved better. George O'Malley of Grey's Anatomy. I haven't watched since Christina Sandro left because that seemed to be when characters would get written off in horrific deaths except Christina when they left the show. Hanji Zoe from Attack on Titan. For some reason her death hit me way harder than a character death has in many years. Sybil from Downton Abbey.